Hey crafty peeps, thank you so much for joining me today. Today we'll be making this really fun fall shaker card. I was in a total fall mood, and so I pulled out a whole bunch of supplies to play with, including a Cartabella stencil and a Sizzix die and embossing folder set. Today I will be using my distress inks and oxides, and to pick out the colors that I wanted to play with, I'm using my little swatch tag book that I have. I'm just flipping through and picking out the really pretty oranges and yellows and possibly some browns. So the first one that I decided to choose was Spiced Marmalade. I've also pulled out Fossilized Amber, Rusty Henge, and I think Wild Honey. Basically, I just pulled out any of my inks that looked fall related. So I'm starting out blending with these really awesome makeup brushes that I bought from Amazon. I know everybody that has been blending recently knows about these brushes. They originally came out, I think, Picket Fence put them out, and then everybody started buying them off of Amazon for a third of the price, which I am all about good prices. So I just decided to blend to my heart's content. I really, really love what this aged mahogany brings to the card. I feel like it deepens the colors and makes it more realistic. And then I felt like everything was just a little too bland. So when I brought in this ripe persimmon, it brightened up the card and made it look so fun and beautiful. So here I am just doing more blending. I basically could blend for hours. And I think I spent a good 20 minutes on this card just doing my blending techniques because I really wasn't happy with the results. And then like I said, once I put that ripe persimmon, look how beautiful it is. It just brightens the card right up. And then I decided to go ahead and bookend the card with the aged mahogany to give it a little bit more consistency. Look how pretty those are, guys. So now that I've got my panel all blended out, I'm using my Cartabella Falling Leaves stencil. I think I got this last year, and I'm just taping it down with some washi tape, and I took my Tim Holtz spray bottle and very lightly misted with some water. As you can see, it lifted up the color, but it didn't lift up the color as much as I would have liked. So I'm going to mist it one more time, and let's see how this ink lifts up. Gorgeous, right? It creates like a ghosting effect, and I really, really like that. I pulled out this Sizzix Impresslets Thanks a Latte set that I picked up from the expo last year, and I'm actually just going to use the latte cup. I'm going to die cut it from the center of my panel, and I'm setting the center aside so I can use that on a different project. And I know for sure I want to make a shaker. So I pull out this really beautiful mustard yellow cardstock from my stash. I believe it's Stampin' Up! But I don't want my shaker to be that yellow color because I want the filler of the shaker card to pop off of the background. So I've decided to go ahead and put some cream cardstock down. And now I've got to die cut the center of the cup, which says Thanks a Latte. And I'm going to die cut that in the same yellow cardstock. If you're curious of what little machine I was using, it's called the Diamond Press. I picked it up off of HSN a couple of years ago, and that was before the darn Sizzix Sidekick was re-released. I was so mad. Oh my gosh, I wanted that Sizzix Sidekick so bad because it is so cute, but I'd already purchased the Diamond Press. But that's okay. I'm probably going to ask for that for Christmas. So I used the same yellow cardstock and I die cut my cup again and just chopped off the top to create a lid for my little latte cup. So now here comes the shaker portion. I don't use foam strips. Instead, I buy the 8.5 by 11 foam sheets from Michaels, and I basically just cut the shape out of the foam square, and so I have an entire panel of the foam with the exact shape of my shaker. And this is the easiest way for me to be able to make sure that all of my shaker bits will stay inside the window itself and they won't fall to where you can't see them. So I'm going to go ahead and use some red line tape. I'm going to put some tape on the back of the panel, and I just shared with you the acetate that I purchased from Amazon. It comes in 12 by 12 sheets, and it is very high quality, and I love it. So I buy that. I think it comes with 25 sheets in a pack. So I have my card panel, then my window, and now I have my foam shape. And look, it fits perfectly. Now, if you don't like that you can see a little bit of the white, you can always trim it out a little bit, which I think I end up doing. But I don't want to make too big of a hole because I don't want my sequins to go out of view whenever I die cut them. And here are this little tiny cute paper sequins that also came in a little die with that set. It cut out tiny little leaves and pumpkins and acorns, and I am in love with this. I cannot believe that. I've also decided to add some little leaves from my stash, as well as some sparkly brown sequins and a couple of other types of leaves. Super cute, right? So I'm using my red line tape to make sure that this is stuck down really well. I pile all my sequins in the center of my card. That way I can easily look over my card and line everything up with no crooked card, no crooked shaker, and there you go. Here, you have to listen to this. Isn't that just the best sound ever? I love that sound. That's one of my favorite things about making shaker cards is when I send them in the mail to somebody and then they open it up and they shake it. It brings them so much joy. After finishing up the last touches, I wanted to shake it one more time. I do think that the card needs something extra, so I ended up splattering some water on top and adding a few sequins. I hope you guys enjoyed my process video today. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting!